early Saturday evening here in Grande Prairie, Alberta, and our coverage of the 35th annual Scotties Tournament of Hearts. Every February, the country's best curlers assemble for the national championship. This year, we gather in Grande Prairie, and the field contains some new names, along with some familiar names. A Scotties championship for Manitoba. Jennifer Jones aims for a record-tying 6th title, but they all begin this week on equal footing, and they all begin this week with just one goal. That's to win the Scotties next. And all of the action of this year's Scotties here at Revolution Place. Originally the Canada Games Arena, opened in the mid-90s. Now, part of the draw this afternoon was also the final of the pre-qualifying tournament to determine the last of the 12 teams. Carrie Galusha from Yellowknife into the final again. Last year, however, she lost in the final to Northern Ontario. Here, needing a double, trailing by 2, playing 10. And she'll lose it again as British Columbia and Carla Thompson from Kamloops will become the 12th team in the round-robin field. In round-robin play, two of the favorites hook up. Alberta, Chelsea Carey, against the defending champions, Team Canada, Jen Jones. This is in 9. Great brush, get it by the guard, angle it back, avoid the jam, and sit for 5 as Alberta goes on to a 12-5 win over the defending champions, Jennifer Jones and Team Canada. So there were 3 winners this afternoon, Alberta, Quebec, Saskatchewan, and although British Columbia did win their pre-qualifying final, they have yet to play a round-robin game. They will do that tonight. As on this Saturday evening, we say hello, Canada, and welcome to this first day of coverage of the Scotties. And in this 35th anniversary year, we have something very special. We have multi-sheet coverage for you. You'll have your choice of 2 games to watch tonight. If you choose to watch Prince Edward Island, Newfoundland, Labrador, you can see that on TSN 1 and 5. If you'd like to see Northern Ontario against New Brunswick, you'll see that on TSN 3 and 4. And of course, we'll keep you updated on BC against Manitoba. First time ever multi-sheet coverage here from the Scotties.
It is the first time Grande Prairie has hosted the Scotties Tournament of Hearts. The first time this national championship has been in Alberta since 2012. And look who's back on the big stage. It is Krista McCarville representing Northern Ontario, looking to get herself back on the podium. Meantime for New Brunswick, they are led by Sylvie Robichaud, trying to improve on last year's mark when she was 4-7 in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. Glad you're watching our coverage on TSN. It is Saturday night at the Scotties. Brian Mutrick joined by Kathy Gauthier. We've seen Krista McCarville now 5 times at the Scotties. Haven't seen her since 2010 when she won a bronze medal. Meantime, for Sylvie Robichaud, she's looking to improve on last year and get better and put New Brunswick back on the map when it comes to women's curling.
Well, Krista McCarville took a couple of years off, tried to raise the family, and sometimes that means taking a step back from the game. Really good numbers this year. They've come back, and we're looking for some great things because every time she's come to this show, she's done better and better. For Sylvie Robichaud, 4-7 probably isn't where they want to be, but it is the second year together. That sort of building as a team is always a good sign.
We'll be watching for a game within a game in this contest tonight between 2 very talented thirds, one with lots of experience and one with youth. We're talking about Kendra Lilly for Northern Ontario.
And what a cool balance. 4 Canadian junior appearances, all at skip position for this young woman. We're expecting a lot of energy, a lot of new thinking from her, and support for her skip. Rebecca Atkinson, 5 times in a row she has been here. That kind of consistency gives you an edge over a team that maybe doesn't have that.
And remember just a few years back as well, Rebecca threw the 4th stones for Andrea Crawford.
I think that we look tonight to listen to what Rebecca Atkinson has to say. Expect her to maybe encourage the bailout shot early, and I think that Sylvie will listen to her.
Both these teams trying to get back to the podium. New Brunswick has not won a national women's championship since 1963. We're excited to get the Scotties underway. It's day 1. It is draw 2. First rock next from Grande Prairie, Alberta.
The 2016 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is brought to you by Cashmere Bathroom Tissue. Nothing feels like cashmere. The 2016 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. By Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada. And by Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice.
Three games on the ice tonight. Over at Sheet A, PEI taking on Newfoundland Labrador. On Sheet C, it is BC coming through the pre-competition to qualify for this year's Scotties, taking on Team Manitoba. And it's time to meet the teams in our feature game, brought to you by Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice.
Hi, I'm Krista McCarville. I'm skip of Team Northern Ontario. Our lead is Sarah Potts. Our second is Ashley Sipola. Our third is Kendra Lilly, and we curl out of the Fort William Curling Club in Thunder Bay.
Hi, I'm Sylvie Robichaud, skip of Team New Brunswick. Our lead is Jane Boyle, our second is Marie Richard, our third is Rebecca Atkinson, and we play out of Curl Moncton.
Great night for curling in Grand Prairie. Rock colors break down like this. Sylvie Robichaud, Team New Brunswick throwing the Yellow Stones. Krista McCarville and the team out of the Fort William Curling Club, the Red Stones. And it was Sarah Potts winning the draw to the button, the lead, so that means to kick things off, the New Brunswick lead, Jane Boyle.
No. Didn't throw much there, Michael. No. Just for weight. It's still good on its own. Whoa.
And this is the same sheet, Brian, that you and I brought the pre-qualifying game to, and I'm going to be really interested to hear if there's discussion about the Yellow Stones. We heard a lot from the team from Northwest Territories. Carrie Galusha's front end in particular felt that there was definitely mismatched stones, and so we'll hear if there is an agreement on the part of New Brunswick that in fact is the case, and if they do pick it up.
Sarah Potts, who won that draw to the button for her team in her Scotties debut.
And Sarah having very famous parents, both having won the Worlds before. Father is Rick Lang, and the mom is Lorraine Lang, who is also doubling as the coach for this team this year. Some pretty strong genetics.
If you care about such things, the Red Stones won all 4 games in the opening draw.
Well, if you're Red Stones, you care about that. If you're yellow, not so much.
Really hard. Okay, halfway tight. What do you guys think here? A little stickier, I'd say. Here, halfway tight. Looks like it's sliding. Look good, line's good. Yep. Yep, keep it going. Hard, guys, keep going hard. Keep going on it. Okay, that's good. Good shot. Good shot. What'd you get? 87.
Well, looking at what the New Brunswick team needs to do in this particular game, in my opinion, if you're going to narrow it down to a few things, it is that all-important bail with third shots. And I think a lot of that suggestion may very well come from her third, Rebecca Atkinson. And for Krista McCarville, I think she needs to push New Brunswick a little bit early. Krista's got a very strong team that's had a very strong year. And when you've had those reps behind you and the success, that makes you be able to be aggressive early and probably with good result.
Keys to the game brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures.
Okay, good. What'd you get, Sylvie? What? Snows. 9.5.
Ashley was with Krista in that last appearance by Krista at the Scotties with the Briar. The Briar with the bronze medal is the outcome.
Yeah, Sarah. Hard. It's okay. Okay, good. Good weight.
Yeah, my first ever Scotties I covered, Kathy, for TSN was in 2009 in Victoria.
Yes.
And Krista McCarville competed in that one. Jennifer Jones would go on to win that title, and Russ Howard nearly killed me that week.
For any particular reason?
Just by trying to keep up with him.
Yeah.
And the moral of the story is, though, is that Krista McCarville team was just so impressive. And
yes.
It was interesting to see her step away from the game, because I remember at that time thinking, man, this is such a really strong women's team. But as you talked about a bit off the top of the show, sometimes family comes up and you want to raise a young family and you need that break. But the one thing that Krista said in the sit-down interviews before the competition, she really missed it, really had that desire to get back and missed that competitive feeling. And obviously her record alone just this year speaks for itself. She beat Tracy Fleury, a great young player, 8-4 in their final. She went undefeated in provincials and is very excited to be back and representing Northern Ontario.
Well, one of the realities of gender is just that for women that are having children, there's nothing wrong with playing when you're pregnant, but then you want to spend some time and you want to be a present parent in your children's life. And this game is no longer the kind of game that you can choose to maybe say, well, we'll go away 3 weekends and we'll throw once a week. Well, you can do that for sure, but you're not going to get to this level. And if you get here, you're not going to have the results you're looking for. And so you can miss it, but then when you're ready and you have the support of your family and friends, because you certainly need a lot of support if you have children to be able to play, and then you go back and play and you love it all that much more.
She was asked, what's your goal this week, and didn't miss a beat and said, we're here to win it. We want to be Team Canada.
Halfway.
Well, and there's somebody that certainly knows what it's all about. If Kendra, you could just get back in the hack for us, please.
There we go. Lorraine. That's awesome.
Oh, dear. There's Lorraine Lang, of course, played third for Heather Houston, back-to-back world champion. Certainly does understand what it takes, not only at this level in terms of training, but the mental preparedness. So there's not a lot that's going to fluster Lorraine.
And when your coach has made 8 Scotties appearances, there's just so much experience. Nothing is going to catch you off guard, whether it's the autograph appearances, the media, the TV games. There's nothing that these young women won't be ready for. And the same to be said for the young woman setting up in the hack for New Brunswick. Rebecca Atkinson brings a lot of experience. She's been on different teams. She's played different roles. We'd mentioned that not only has she been a third before, but she's also thrown skip stones and helped to manage the house as well. And those are the people that you lean on when things matter most. And Rebecca, nice quiet weight and holds the shooter.
That's a very nice shot, especially early on, keeping in mind that neither of these teams played this afternoon, so their experience on the ice today would have been during the Hot Shots competition that is very formalized in the kinds of shots that you get to play. It is those finesse shots that are the most difficult on arena ice because it does curl so much depending on the weight that you have.
And those Ford Hot Shots won by Team Canada's Jennifer Jones earlier today, as we have our first look at Kendra Lilly in this first end, her second stone of this end, and obviously a key figure you'll be watching in this game, Kathy.
Very much so. You know, it comes with so much experience, and skipping out of Canadian juniors is very different than playing third at a Scotties, but what you have as a skip for 4 times is an appreciation of the weights and the importance of missing the right way. All of those things will give her the experience at a first Scotties that a lot of people at their first Scotties simply do not have.
Well, I gave Ashley, like, edge button, and I thought she was a little bit wide, so I gave you the same ice.
Same ice, and then
it just, yeah. I thought it was
okay.
I thought with it being lighter, it's going to curl a little bit more.
Okay, I'm not working for E-Talk Daily here, but I got to send a shout out. How often do the earrings match the outfit, Kathy Goche? That's pretty impressive.
Well, in my case, my friend.
That's pretty impressive right there.
I didn't kick out hard because they called that sort of easy out of my hand.
Yeah.
trying to right the ship
Stop a bit.
in terms of those numbers. Would like certainly a more balanced week, but we often talk about the challenge of not playing on ice like arena ice that curls as much as it does. We always look at the teams from New Brunswick. How many years have we talked about James Grattan, who will start really slow and then be a contender by the end of the week? This New Brunswick team will get better and better as they get more comfortable with the ice.
I don't think you needed the extra ice.
Earlier today too, Kathy, we talked about this field, and when you first have a look at it, there are some names not here.
Yes.
Val Sweeting, who lost out to Chelsea Carey, but full credit to Chelsea Carey. She's unbelievable, great curler. You look at Ontario, Rachel Holman.
Indeed.
Failed to come through. Stephanie Lawton in Saskatchewan, another name, but then you look at the names that are here. You're going to point out to Jennifer Jones, obviously a favorite. You're going to look at Chelsea Carey, obviously a favorite. And then the field is fairly flat. You have a Marie-France LaRouche who has been here before, and she lost in a bronze medal game before. Krista McCarville, we said in 2010, a bronze medalist before. Remember Suzanne Burt not too long ago? It feels like a long time now, but as a rookie, she came out and was 10-1 at this event. So you really get the sense, Kathy, that a few teams, really, this is a great year to maybe step up and finally make some noise on the national level for your province.
I agree. Just squeak by the guard. The problem with squeaking by the guard, because it curls so much, as it came out the other side.
Shoot a little less, but would have been on the guard for a little.
Yeah.
Stay hit with that red one.
Any? Yeah, but you're not going to have enough to push it out, I don't think. Hard, Murray. Hard, right out. Go, go, go.
And they just have enough to remove that red stone. Nice job from Marie Richard.
Good job.
It's sweet, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Good. Just, well, Sylv. Just,
Let's throw like a 9.5, 10.
okay.
Just confirming that the ice was probably, or the broom was in the right spot, just a little full on release, but her weight got enough of that stone, and so an opportunity for a free blank, chance to check out a piece of ice that they haven't played on yet to confirm what it will do.
I always laugh when I see this shot, Kathy, because it takes me back to the Olympics when fans that weren't curling fans showed up, they would boo. They
That's your draw. Wait, what?
This is a really bad shot. Anyways, it's a good shot. Krista McCarville playing St. Keith's Hammer here in Grand Prairie.
44 curlers started the week with a chance to drive away in an all-new 2016 Ford Edge Sport in the annual Ford Hot Shots competition. That number trimmed down to just 2. The final, PEI's Robin Green against Team Canada's Jennifer Jones. And Jones, the 5-time Scotties champion, came up so big in that final round, almost perfect, scoring 29 of a possible 30 points. So Jennifer Jones wins the Ford Hot Shots, and with it, a 2-year lease on the Made in Canada 2016 Ford Edge Sport.
Robin Green throwing third stones for PEI, skipped by Suzanne Burt. They're on the ice, and a 1-0 advantage over Newfoundland and Labrador. And it's BC scoring one in the first over Manitoba. British Columbia coming through in that pre-competition to qualify for the full Scotties tournament here in Grand Prairie, Alberta. The first time that Grand Prairie has hosted the Scotties, as we bring you back to our feature matchup between New Brunswick and Team Northern Ontario. A blank on the board in one as Krista McCarville fired it through. So she has Hammer throwing the red stones here in the second end.
It should be.
And Krista's showing very quickly that she is interested in utilizing the free guard zone to try to score a 2 and not just contend with hitting stones in the house.
It should be there.
Streaming, halfway
Line's
tight.
good, line's good. Curling now.
Line's good. Halfway tight.
Whoa, whoa.
Nice shot, Sarah.
Doesn't like peeling corners.
Sorry?
Doesn't like peeling corners. Easy peel.
Whoa. Whoa. Good. Keeping.
I think I can throw 90.
Looking
Feels
to
right up.
replace
Yeah.
that stone.
Feels just like the last end. Yeah. Right up.
And a lot of that has to do with where that New Brunswick stone is in the house. It's not particularly a threat at the back. So for Krista and her team don't really feel that hitting it is necessary. We'll try to maybe get a corner guard up. Maybe New Brunswick will change tactics or they'll get a
Can't
nose.
go.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Gotta move.
Weight's better. Weight's good.
Okay, line's good now.
Line's good.
Line's good. Easy, easy. Whoa, not too deep. I don't want them to be able to roll in. Good.
Good shot. I thought that was gonna slide in. Yeah.
Marie Richard.
Whoa. Sorry, Ted. It's fine. Okay.
And gets everything going.
Okay. What was that? I had an 88. Okay. So same thing, a little less. Yeah.
You'd mentioned, Kathy, one of the things you will be watching is the
Higher.
yellow stones for Team New Brunswick. Now,
Okay, line's good.
these stones actually came from
here.
the Alberta
Sorry to throw
provincials,
now.
did they not?
They did indeed. These are not the stones that were used at the Canada Cup, nor will they be the stones that are used at the Brier in a couple of weeks. The concern was that these stones would not get their way from here to Ottawa, leaving here on Monday, and needed to be there by at least Wednesday. You just don't want to have to worry about anything happening, and so they asked Jamie to utilize the stones that they used for the Alberta Scotties and the Alberta Men's Championship. So they are a little bit different for the players that are used to the stones that have been used before, but they're very good stones. The only difference Jamie Barassa seemed to feel is they would be a little bit quicker. He thought they'd be closer to 15 seconds. We're seeing 14 and a half between the hog lines, and that they might curl a little bit more than the teams are used to.
Jamie Barassa is the head ice technician this week at the Scotties. And I guess you could say advantage Chelsea Carey as she played with these stones and opened things up earlier today with a big win over Jennifer Jones and Team Canada.
Well, and for Jamie too, he's done the ice here earlier this year. He was the head ice tech, and he's done it here before for provincial playdown. So this is also a building that he's very comfortable in. So if things don't go the way that he would like them to, he's familiar enough with the building that he can make changes, just being really comfortable with what happens when you do a little bit of something in this building.
The other sort of bonus too is that with the pre-competition format, he has a couple extra games to kind of gauge what's going on out there.
He does, and in fact, I was talking to Gary Vandenberg before the game, the coach of the BC team, and he said Thursday night it was just so difficult to keep rotation on stones. There's Jamie as we look at him. And he admitted readily that the ice on Thursday was very different from the ice on Friday, and the ice on Friday was on its way to being as good as it is today. So you had experience on arena ice for those teams involved in the pre-qualifying, but it's not the same as it is now.
Rebecca removes that red stone and leaves the shooter a bit out front. A corner guard that Krista will actually attempt to go around.
A little, but not much. That was almost tight. We could have got it tight.
24-year-old Kendra Lilly.
Hey, room. Stay close. Yep, go hard. Hard. Hard, guys. Hard. Get it by you. Go. Hard. Hard.
Cipolla
Hard.
and Potts. What a scrub they put on here to try drag it into the paint, and it just won't get there.
Just got a little further out of it. Why?
Last time.
Well, yeah.
And so for Sylvie Robichaud trying to go to the other side of the house, there is no point going around those corner guards. You do not have last stone. If you slip a little bit deep, you give your opponent a chance to come down on top. If you're a little bit short, you got a wall that would be building up on that side. So just wants to find draw weight and go to the open side of the house and force play away from those guards.
I remember too last year in Moose Jaw, Sylvie was one of those teams, a bit of a slow start, but boy, she really found her confidence as the week went on. And you talked about it in the earlier broadcast that there's just 2 provinces when it comes to women's provincials that get to play on that arena ice.
And it's a huge advantage, Brian.
Good.
So the fact that once they get accustomed to maybe the sharper stones, and sharper just means they're going to curl more when they grab the pebble, and you'll have more curl, and it's a little bit faster than maybe what they're used to. They have all the tools. It's just how fast can they get used to the conditions.
It is, for a fact, an advantage to those teams that play regularly on the tour, where there are a lot of events in arenas, or for teams that come from provinces that do play provincials in the arena. For the other teams, it's not something that they can adjust to. It is that adjustment period. And as you say, Brian, how fast you adjust.
And it's where I know Quebec they do.
They did this year, yeah.
And where was the other province?
Manitoba.
Right.
Whoa. Whoa. Close. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Hard, Ash. Hard. Okay, that's fine.
And no
Good.
big roll. It'll just sit there in the open. I was lucky enough to play at the Saville Center in Edmonton the first year that it opened. I played there for a few years, and I'll tell you what, that is like arena ice. It is pretty phenomenal.
It's down.
The facility they have here in Alberta, in Edmonton.
I'm like, okay.
I know that's
Grand Prairie, just a quick 450-kilometer drive northwest.
Or the longest hour flight of your life, if it's like it was the other night.
They didn't let you fly the plane again, did they?
Well, no. I thought about taking over at one point. You know what you're doing out here?
10. Yep. Whoa. 10. Yep.
Is she happy just on the nose here, Kathy, or is a little roll a bonus?
You know what? She would like to roll a little bit towards the center. That makes the blank just that little bit more difficult, and it would force Krista to hit in a spot that she hadn't just thrown. But the key was sticking around, which is what she's done. And she'll make Krista work for the blank this end.
That was a really nice throw. Yeah. That's it. Right up. Straight up.
Good positive reinforcement.
Feel it out.
So the blank in one was pretty easy. She just had to throw it through a little more of a degree of difficulty here. Final stone for Krista McCarville. Hit half a rock, make it go away, and that is mission accomplished for the skip from the Fort William Curling Club in Thunder Bay, Ontario. Day 1 at the Scotties, draw number 2, and we're still looking for our first points. Welcome back to Revolution Place, home of the AJHL Grand Prairie Storm, and our home for the 35th edition of the Scotties Tournament of Hearts. So far, back-to-back blanks, courtesy Krista McCarville. So she continues to have hammer here in the third end, throwing the red stones.
And she is trying. This is not an attempt to run them up and down. She has thrown a corner guard on her last 2 ends, and there have been opportunities, certainly in the last end on the third stone, to get around the corner guards, just not made, and the New Brunswick took advantage of those shots. And so it will be Northern Ontario that will try again to find an opportunity to utilize that corner guard. And for New Brunswick, Jane's first stone in a much better spot.
You go in if you go.
And so now trying to guard it.
Whoa, it's really tight. Okay. It's just a 3-0. Yep,
Yep, now. Go.
Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa. Good, Jane.
Good.
Nice guard from Jane Boyle.
Probably tap this here.
Okay.
Like tapping that.
Krista McCarville
Like
really
tapping back
loves
here.
the Scotties for a number of reasons. Number one, who doesn't want to play in the Scotties? And number two, look at her record when it comes to her opening game. Pretty good, 4-0 thus far.
Which tells you a lot about the ability to adjust to different ice conditions very quickly.
Yeah.
It's a very cool customer.
We talked about, Kathy, the talent of just the supporting staff of the people here.
Yes.
And you mentioned Lorraine Lang and the wealth of knowledge that she has. Well, this team also, years ago, worked with Rick Lang quite a bit as well.
Yes.
And just imagine having that guy that you can pick up the phone and talk to and rely on, and just all these people that you have at your fingertips to help you through such a long week. And it's not a weekend bonspiel where you're playing a few games and that's it. This is a grind.
Okay. Just probably a little easy, eh?
Yeah.
Even though that stone is tapped in, I don't know that Kristen McCarville will be that unhappy with it, because that stone was buried. At least it's open now, and rolled the shooter off to a corner guard.
This is a slower
Three. Just for weight. It's all there.
You heard Marie say slower rock here, so keep an eye on it.
Okay, line
And once again, it's those yellow stones.
Well, and they've either listened to the broadcast this afternoon, which you would expect that they would, given that they weren't playing, and probably just went into it believing that that was in fact the case and would make the adjustments. But from what she said, they do also believe that that is a slower stone.
Okay.
Throw Peel.
Did she call Peel?
Yeah.
Let's go, Ash.
So now 29-year-old Ashley Sipola will try remove some of that yellow granite building up.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Well, she's got a couple of options off the peel to pick out either of those stones in the house.
Whoa. Whoa. Sarah. Hard.
She actually touches all three, and
She did.
two will go. Nice
A
shot.
little tight on mine or just down?
Yeah, tight.
Or that way.
I thought it was probably like.
Yeah.
Let's update you now on BC taking on Team Manitoba. Lots of rocks in play. BC coming through in that pre-competition game earlier today. Final stone from Carrie Anderson.
And Carrie's trying to make the big double. This is her shot. She likes the big weight angle shots. Not afraid to call them.
By the red guard, no problem. Red, get him moving. Spin the red enough. You bet she does. How about
for three?
Three on the board for Manitoba. Pretty good, eh?
Yes.
Get that? Anderson?
Yeah.
Right? Come on, Kathy.
Oh.
Work with me here.
Well,
A 3-1 advantage for... They're paying you.
What are
Work
my
with me
choices?
here. Manitoba's up 3-1 after two ends.
Yeah. Hard. Whoa.
Someone's paying you, right?
Yes.
I'm assuming. Okay, great. Good. Just making sure. You did buy a coffee today, so...
I don't know. We were just thinking of a straw.
Good roll the way over here.
I don't mind getting
I
that
don't
one off.
like
Yeah.
that.
I don't hate it.
Yeah.
Okay, I kind of like this way, I think.
Okay.
I like this call for a number of reasons. You could ignore it and try to draw through that hole and around those stones on the right-hand side, but that yellow stone at the top of the 12 is always going to be in a great position for New Brunswick to run back, to tap back. And so in removing it and rolling, you not only utilize those stones that are acting as a corner, but you open up the path to the other side of the house to maybe use the other corner as well.
Okay, roll it. Yep.
And it just catches a little bit of
does.
paint. It's in there, and it's actually partially buried as well.
No, I thought she was good. Okay. You can see it.
I've got 3/4 of it, so. Okay. 4.
So they're talking about throwing control weight 3/4 available from the hack, but really want to make sure that they keep the shooter around, because if Rebecca rolls out, there's 2 options for Krista McCarville and her team to go around either side.
Rebecca Atkinson with her first. Got to get it by the red guard, and they will make the hit, roll it in. Lovely shot from the New Brunswick third.
Same weight as Ash.
Less than Ash.
Whoa. It's close though.
Looking for the roll from Kendra.
Whoa. Whoa. Sarah. Whoa. Yep. Go, Sarah. Go. Go. Hard. Keep going. Keep going.
And they'll tuck it in nicely.
Great
Shot stone, Northern Ontario with hammer here in the third.
That's a great call, great brushing. And there's that movement at the end. These stones are so lively. That almost hit nose and still rolled plenty behind.
I think a draw. What do you guys think? Draw?
I don't know. Whichever one you like better, I'm fine with either one.
Whatever you like, Sil. What are we going to make it then?
Huh?
So what do you think?
80? 85, yeah.
So Sylvie was thinking maybe some sort of hack weight shot, yellow onto red, red goes, and maybe you roll the shooter behind the corner. Is that the philosophy she had?
She was thinking that you do 2 things with that shot. One of them is that you roll one of your stones in. The other is that you open up access to the stone that is shot. But for Rebecca, I think feeling that because that stone is only in the 12-foot, if she can bury around there, then those guards and that stone in the house act as extra protection for them.
Finish it! Yep, finish it! Go hard! All the way, girls, hard! Everyone, go, hard! Hard, everyone, go, hard!
Unless Rebecca can make this perfectly, pretty good. A little bit exposed, though.
Good shot. Sweet.
Which call did you like there, Kathy? I guess if you make it, it's the right call, but tough shot.
Yeah, you know what, I think that Rebecca Atkinson just felt really confident with her draw, and you know that it's going to curl a lot. And this is also putting more pressure on the Northern Ontario team to make better shots, tougher shots.
And it gets us a great look at our third versus third battle that we were looking at off the top of the show. Let's see if young Kendra Lilly can answer. Big sweep from Sipola, trying to hold the line, trying to keep it there. She'll rub on her own red stone.
Down, eh? Yeah. Down, eh?
Just the weight.
Shoot, sorry. Okay. It's tricky me because I'm thinking it feels fast, but now I'm shooting everything light. But I mean, you can't throw it any other way. Like I mean, and you don't even, well, yeah. You can do it, let's go.
Still left a stone that New Brunswick has to be concerned with. And depending on where Sylvie goes, there could be a double opportunity for Northern Ontario.
10. Okay.
And again, you know, that's the right kind of miss, Brian. You don't want to be heavy and go by on the outside or just tick it behind further.
But if you roll this perfectly, I don't think there's a double, and then you think that
she'll have a great opportunity to steal.
Krista's in some trouble. So they were thinking maybe roll it the other way. They'll try tuck it in here, and now that double is there.
Good weight. Good. Let's go. You like a 9?
Yeah, I think so. Come that much?
I think so.
Okay.
I think it should.
Okay.
Okay, 9.
Okay.
Knows it.
Yeah.
Needs to get to the nose. You can see at that angle that if you hit it on the cross side, that you'd have to hit it to roll behind. You're going to miss the shot, Stone. And so this is not at all about the roll. This is hitting nose.
Solid.
Or a little off nose.
8.5.
Whoa! Whoa! Yeah! Whoa! Hard! Whoa! 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 Whoa!
McCarville
Great.
gets them both, sticks the shooter. And Northern Ontario lying 2 with
Brad.
hammer here in 3.
Nice throw.
Very nice, because I think where she leaves her shooter, so watch her make that double one more time, that even hitting it on the nose, as Sylvie will do, may not give her shot.
Just 10. I think I need 10 more. It's gonna curl after this line. Just 10 though, right? Yeah. More broom though.
So that being said, Kathy, would you want to be aggressive and maybe roll to the left, TV left of Rebecca's broom and try, I know it's a tougher shot, but then in essence, maybe have a chance to steal one, or is that too tough?
Well, you mean roll behind the guard?
I guess steal you wouldn't be shot, would you?
No,
Now
that's the
looking at that
problem.
angle? Yeah.
That's the problem.
Whoa! 10?
This thing has to curl, though. Has to curl up to get a good chunk of that red. It's starting to come now.
Fine, Phil.
Good.
Not bad. That's good.
And it actually does spill in for a shot, Stone, but wide open. So after a pair of blanks, a chance to crack things open with a deuce here for Krista McCarville in 3.
Good. Good throw. I didn't get to split up.
Final stone here in 3 for Team Northern Ontario. We've seen the ice, we've seen the path.
Okay, still got it.
And we see 2 points on the board for Krista McCarville. She's 4-0 in opening games of the Scotties, trying to make it 5-0 here against New Brunswick.
Yeah, it looked like more than the other one.
It's awesome to represent Manitoba, such an awesome province. Some big name curlers come out of there in the last few years, so it feels pretty awesome to be one of those teams to represent Manitoba. It's a different field, which is actually, it's pretty neat to have that. It's going to be a lot of fun playing those just different teams that we weren't yet playing on the circuit at all, but it's going to be a great competition.
Kathy and I are back at it tomorrow morning. It is Jill Brothers, Nova Scotia, taking on Carrie Anderson. You can watch that one on TSN2 at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow morning. It is also Sandra Schmerler Day on TSN, so we look forward to that. We also hope Jill Brothers is in the lineup. Earlier today in Nova Scotia's opener, Sarah Murphy had to assume skipping duties as Jill was under the weather. So if you're watching Jill, get better soon, and we hope to see you on the ice tomorrow morning on TSN. Back to our feature matchup. After a couple of blanks, Krista McCarville, her patience pays off. She had a hit and stick for 2 in the third and a 2-0 advantage over Sylvie Robichaud from Curl Moncton, New Brunswick.
Do you think we need to throw normal to get the roll, or do you think it's okay with the 10? I think 10's fine. Okay.
Jane Boyle leads stones for Team New Brunswick.
Yes! Hard! Hard! Whoa! 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 Yep! Yes! Yep! 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 Go! 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 Hard! Nice thing. Good.
Almost for Jane, it was not ever about making a double as much as it was about rolling completely behind that corner guard.
Yep.
Probably got half under.
Okay. Should go pretty hard here. Yeah. 9.5. Yep.
Kathy, we just saw the promo, and we'll see the Anderson team tomorrow morning. You being from Manitoba, and you know a lot of the curlers out that way, what can we expect from her and her team this week?
I think that, you know, you're not going to see a lot of fear from that team, I'll tell you that. Lots of experience through the order in Canadian junior play, so it is not their first foray at a national field. Carrie loves the kind of shot that was shown for the 3 points. Very good at lining up angles, very good at throwing up weight, really thrives on those kinds of shots. So lots of rocks in play, and will not hesitate to make the big shot.
It's just one of those things when you play in the same province as Jennifer Jones, it's just so tough to get out of that province. And we always tease Chelsea Carey. She leaves Manitoba to go where? Alberta, maybe arguably the second hardest or the hardest province
right now,
to get out of on women's play as well. So Carey herself admitted it's nice to see Jen as Team Canada because it gives other teams a good shot to come out of Manitoba, such a strong curling province.
This is here. Okay. It's like hot shots over there.
Updating you, PEI and Newfoundland Labrador. That one's tied up at 1 in the fourth end. You can watch that one on our other TSN feeds if you so choose. And it is the aforementioned Team Manitoba, a 3-1 advantage over British Columbia, also in the fourth end.
Now they likened this shot to the hot shots. It is one of those final stones that is thrown where there is a cross-house double. Will not get the double, but does move it over. Trying to roll right on top.
Good shot, Ash.
And they'll jam on that yellow stone, and it will spill out.
Just a little soft out of her hand, got that stone moving. And very unforgiving. You can afford to be a little bit full on arena ice, but if you're tight, it is not going to be your friend.
Above the tee. I think like an 80. Okay, yeah, solid 80.
And so now this is about splitting the house, trying to ensure that they force their opponent for their single.
In your first ever Scotties, Kathy, was there anything that you curled with some outstanding veterans, but was there anything that caught you off guard that maybe you look back and go, oh, wow?
It wasn't anything that was going on the ice. It was all the extra stuff. It was the roar of the crowd that just completely throws you when your head is down and you're thinking that you're communicating. It is the intensity of the week. Those are the things that you can't prepare for, and you can have a coach tell you how to prepare for it, but until you've actually gone through it, you don't know how you're going to react. And so it's all the external stuff. On the ice, if you get to the show, you're a good curler in your own right, and that very quickly, even nerves aside, will kick back in.
And Rebecca, a little roll. It settles back 4 for Shotstone.
New Brunswick just trying to bring those stones closer together and hope that maybe there's still a way to double them out. Not committing to having to take one yet, is she?
Good night. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hard, 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 hard. Gotta go. Gotta go still. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. 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 Fine. Sorry, making a work shot. Is that to it?
I could just probably give you a little less ice.
So Rebecca will try to remove this stone and roll right on top of the red stone belonging to Northern Ontario in the back 12.
I just take off on them, Kat.
You know
I thought she was outside, actually.
Her weight was lovely. I think that it's just that anticipation, that break point that we talked about. You have to believe that it's going to go and call it based on that.
Yeah. 9.5. Mm-hmm. Nose or hair roll your way. Okay.
Very solid numbers for the skip out of Thunder Bay.
Hard, really hard. Hard. Okay, you're fine. Whoa, rocks roll. No. Okay. 9.3. Okay. Is that okay weight though?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's close. Freaking nose.
Take it.
Oh, sorry, that was a question. Yeah. I think normal's fine today.
So Kathy, at this point,
it's not the end of the world.
you play the double and try to keep the blank in play here. Is that pretty much the
100%.
strategy?
You bet.
It's too bad that little yellow guy there
That's,
would have held on. It was close, and it just sneaked out.
Well, it did, and I don't think it's measurable even from this angle that we're looking at. It looks very much out of the house.
Yeah, Krista said a few rocks back. She had a good look and said it was out.
At least 3-4 pebbles away. Great angle. So just off nose. Try to make the double and stick around.
Sylvie Robichaud, can she get them both? Just the one, and the shooter spills out, so an opportunity missed there.
They're pretty close.
70.
Okay, so an 80 for Krista? 80, 85? Or?
Yeah, I think just 80. Go like 3/4 of the 8 foot. She can't hit it. She has to draw. Okay. So top 8, half of 8, kind of thing.
So you're hearing the positioning of the stone. This is not just about throwing the rock in the house. This is trying to position this stone so that hitting the stone will not give you shot. Hitting the stone at the back would not give you shot. It would force Sylvie to draw, and because she's been playing hits, they feel that that's probably what they'd like to force her to do.
Mine's good.
Just fully. Just
not
fully.
curling very much yet, guys. Easy. Whoa.
Just to my room.
Whoa.
Oh. Sit. Okay. Sorry, Krista.
They didn't want it too deep because now Sylvie will be able to
Wow.
hit it on the nose for a
I
single.
didn't think that was going to slide like that. I had 90.
I was just saying, I felt like it had my head. I was thinking, we gotta go because
that's
we
what
told
I
you.
too. That's the first one that really slid like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
35-year-old Sylvie Robichaud. Final stone here in 4. Just hit it on the nose and pick up her single. Needs to curl up just a touch. And she will. New Brunswick on the board here in Grande Prairie, Alberta. Northern Ontario with hammer when we return.
Nice shot. Thanks.
Update time from Newfoundland Labrador and PEI, and just awful news for Stacy Curtis. With her final stone, she suffered a hogline violation, and that opens the door wide open for Suzanne Burt, the left-hander from PEI. Final stone, and this a chance to draw in for 6.
It's that's a huge point, and it's not only a huge 6 on the board, but for Stacy, really tough for her. Those are the mistakes that you don't want to make. Everybody misses shots now and again, but when you go over the hog line and the stone that she removed went back, that means any piece of the paint here for Suzanne, and no questions.
So a lovely draw, 6 on the board for PEI, and what a lead after 4, 7-1 advantage over there. You can watch that one on TSN 1 and 5 right now. Vic, Cheryl, and Russ having the call. Steph LeDrew handling updates over there as well, and we're glad you're watching our coverage on all our feeds on TSN. Our feature game, Team New Brunswick taking on Team Northern Ontario, and it was Sylvie Robichaud, a nice hit and stick for her single in the 4th end. So Krista McCarville, a 2-1 advantage, and she has the hammer here in 5.
Yeah.
It has been a high-scoring opening day at the Scotties so far, Kathy. We now have 9 ends of 3 or more points scored, which is either very impressive or maybe not so impressive, depending on how you look at it. But regardless, it's been entertaining, to say the least, in our opening day coverage here at the Scotties and TSN.
Well, some of those shots that have scored those big points have been some beautiful stones, angle raises and double runs, and Carrie Anderson that we showed you made the beautiful double. So it's not all what we just unfortunately saw happen, you know, with a hogline violation. There's been some brilliant shot making, but there's also been a lot of granite left around today that's not typical on the first day. We're used to people running them up and down a little bit, but not so much.
And speaking of granite, now it's on New Brunswick's second, Marie Richard, playing the run back on the 2 yellows, trying to get the Reds going.
Good.
It's a good shot, good outcome. Removes one of those stones from play, leaves it guarded in a center guard. And without last rock, it's always nice to have.
Could go around here.
Sweet.
I like open side. Right? Could peel it too. No. Could peel that. We like your first call. Okay. Don't you guys? Yeah. Okay. The only thing, it's tough. We got to be here. It's got to be 8 foot. That's almost 8 foot. Okay. Okay, I don't hate going around the middle then. Or this. Here you go, intern. Yeah, I know, but they're definitely doing this. Yeah, but she's got to make that. Okay. Let's make this.
I had 84 on your second one. Do you think I can throw?
That's what it felt like. Yeah.
85?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think you have
Line
to.
only. We're up.
It's all there.
Line
stay
only.
close though. No, you have room right now.
Line down.
Room.
Line only.
Room.
It's
We don't want
trying.
to be back.
It is back.
Unless we're way back.
No. It's
Whoa.
trying down.
It's curling hard. No,
Watch this
careful,
draw, Kathy.
careful.
Catch that curl, slow down, and it just comes across.
That's
Wow.
it's a fabulous draw, tremendous weight. Got her own little fan club going on in here.
Would you have 75?
Well, we should be expecting the Moose calls, too,
We
at some
should.
point for Northern Ontario, shouldn't we? That's always fun. The fans get into it. It's the cool thing about the Scotties or the Brier. No matter where we travel across Canada, there's amazing curling fans, knowledgeable curling fans, and faces are painted. They have the horns going. They're supporting their colors. It's always awesome.
A very nice shot to remove that shot stone from being buried. Pretty tough the way the angles were set up, unless you threw a bullet to be able to remove both of them,
Sure.
but did change the
I mean, I will
angles.
try to maybe a hair less.
Yeah.
Like that? Yep.
Same weight's great.
Yeah.
Weight's good.
Yeah, go for line for a bit.
Hair less.
No, you have lots of room.
Can
Lots
wait a
of
bit.
room.
Gotta go soon.
Sarah,
Only if you
fixing.
have to. Lots of
Sarah
line.
fixing.
You can wait a bit. It's about in the same spot. There.
Oh,
sliding a little better. No. Sit. That just slid a little better. Sorry.
What I find interesting, that was pretty much the same path, but that other stone really took off sideways. That one didn't have that same break, at least I don't think.
Pretty much the same spot as my last one coming down here, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, by sliding that little bit behind, it completely lets New Brunswick off the hook. In fact, gives them a great opportunity to get shot.
So the draw obviously there, Kathy, they've just seen the path, and
Yes.
Rebecca's a great drawer. You could play the tap-tap, though, on the 2 yellows, or you want to leave that alone?
There's no need at this point. You've got a stone that is behind the tee line. You've got a couple of stones up. You get right in front of that. You really close the scoring zone down for Northern Ontario.
Good.
Slow down.
That was our mistake.
Yeah.
I really think, Kathy, that one red rock kind of fooled both teams. It cut across so far, and I think Rebecca's threw a pretty good stone, but they had to wait so long for that one to make its break.
And we're also hearing a little bit what we did earlier, that it dies really fast. When the weight comes off, it just stops.
Out here. Okay.
I heard them say that was our fault. They really felt it was going to be down to the face of that stone.
That's not horrible.
Yeah.
Is that, or I don't even hate peeling.
Go 8.5 then.
Pardon?
Like 8.5, or do you like more?
No, that's fine.
I don't know about this. You don't like it?
Let's make it.
Trying to make that thin double. So removing that stone on one side, going across and hitting that stone just thrown by Rebecca.
9. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Sarah. Hard.
Kendra Lilly got one, but she'll just miss underneath and
Good try.
roll right through.
Just a little bit too thin. Needed to catch more of that first stone.
So.
This is second shot right now.
So imagine if that
Yeah,
goes
yeah,
a little
yeah,
bit
yeah.
thicker, it's going to go straight onto the yellow instead of just through the hole.
You're going to create a
Just
pocket
behind
for
tee.
her to put another one.
But if you hit and roll
I think
under,
you
it does the
come
same
in.
thing. I think we got to get rid of that
Let's
one.
hit and roll.
Hit and roll.
Hey. Kind of wait.
I don't mind just nosing.
Is the double there if we know of it?
Looks like it.
Are you
No,
playing
it
the
won't
roll
be
or the
there.
nose? Okay.
You got it.
So Sylvie was thinking draw. They decide now on the hit. What do you like, Kathy?
Do you know what? I think that sometimes when you want to put a stone in a spot, the best way to get there is to throw a draw instead of counting on hitting and rolling. So they're hitting third shot stone. If it was second shot stone, I'd really like the call, Brian.
And now they got to go to just hold the angle, get enough of that red.
Go.
Both red get moving, and for now,
Pretty good outcome.
you have New Brunswick, 1 and 2.
I know.
The angle. Hard, Maddie, go.
She gets the roll. It's very flat, but does move it out to lie 2.
Like right here.
And now they're looking at the double,
Like
they,
then?
Northern Ontario.
Okay.
Down.
Just.
10.5.
Yep. Hard. Whoa. Yep. Yes. Yes. Hard.
Just squeak it by. They actually rubbed the yellow, the one top 12, and then the jam.
Shit, just rubbed it.
Yeah.
That's awesome, but if you ever miss it, give her a double. She's got 2. Right? That's the more defensive call.
We can go for it and put one right here.
Yeah, but then you give her a double and she gets 2, right? I don't mind that, Sylv.
10.
Let's go.
Well, there's a difference to Rebecca. So the thought initially from Sylvie was, why don't we put some pressure on the other team?
Yep. Yep.
And why don't we just come around here and place another stone? Rebecca's concern is that if it's not there, if in fact it is here, there's your double and then there's 2. And so they're electing to hit that stone that is in the back 8. That is definitely a more defensive call.
Gotta go, yep. 10. Yep. 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 All the way, Jane. Jane. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nice. Get it? Yeah, it's fine.
And it does look like she stuck around for the 3rd shot.
Okay.
And just one of those slight little mental errors. No one from Northern Ontario was on that yellow stone.
Good throw.
Thanks.
You are correct.
Good call.
We touched upon this earlier. Actually,
Okay,
Krista is one of the few skips. I think I've seen Suzanne Bird as well still have the hairbrush as a skip. And Curling Canada has basically banned the hairbrush except for behind the tee line at this event. And kudos to a lot of the players, as it was the players who really stepped up and wanted to have an equal playing field. There you see the hair broom in Krista's hands. Obviously you can use it to push out your delivery, that's no problem, but
for sure.
Where are you guys? T-line?
No, it's all there.
We need that rock.
Sarah, Sarah,
Go, Sarah, go.
Go.
Yep. We're deep.
Sarah.
We're deep.
Okay.
What'd you have? 75.
Yeah.
Okay, we should. Okay. Yep. All right, here's.
so New Brunswick shot stone here in 5 without hammer.
Try and make it curl.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit too late.
Now Sylvie's playing the shot that she was thinking about on the first one to go around.
14-3.
Talking about times between the hogs.
Is there a danger here though, Kathy, if she puts the stone in the wrong spot? Is the double there for 2?
I mean, in theory, it could very well be, but because of where that red Northern Ontario stone is, the double may be much harder. And for Sylvie, her tolerance on this shot is to be lighter rather than heavier.
Okay.
6. Well then. Go for Wayne if you have to, but you're still got. No, it's all there. You're good. Where? 6. 7. 7. Well, let's do it. Yep. Yep. Well, yep. No. Nice. Good.
Little tap, and New Brunswick 1 and 2.
Yep.
Anyway.
Good work by New Brunswick to force Northern Ontario to take 1.
And impressed there with the communication as well, and that's going to be probably a common theme for us here in the broadcast booth. And it tells the story, though, the teams that really figure it out and are talking and communicating. I mean, Rebecca was yelling, where are we at? Is it a 6? Is it a 7? Do we have enough weight? Do we have to go, girls? And team shot made. So a real test here, big test for Krista McCarville. Final stone here in 5, drawing against 2 yellow New Brunswick stones. And not a lot of room for error here on this one.
Yo, line good. Hard.
Line's great.
They like the line. Do they have the weight, though? Got it. Drag it a few more feet. Get it in there for shot stone. You bet they do.
Nice.
Lovely draw from Krista McCarville. Her first time back since 2010. But that young lady has game. Unbelievable draw shot under pressure. And Krista McCarville picks up her single. It is day 1 of the Scotties Tournament of Hearts here in Grande Prairie, Alberta. She's loving it. We're loving it as well. Final 5 to come here on TSN next.
2016 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is brought to you by Purex Bathroom Tissue. Purex, 90 years of pure comfort.
Welcome back to Grand Prairie. It looks still a little bit like Christmas here. There's probably carting Brian away. But in fact, it has been a very interesting game. And in fact, what we expected out of these two teams, we talked a lot about it, is that deuce that leaps out at the board so far. That is in favor of Northern Ontario's Krista McCarville, and Brian is with Krista.
Krista, very solid first 5 ends. Take us through your final draw, though. You didn't have a lot of room to get through the port there and pick up your single.
Yeah, well, my first one had a little bit too much weight, so I definitely knew if I took off a little bit of weight, it would curl better. So I think just with that weight, just curls really nice and happened to curl perfect.
How are you and the ladies handling the ice so far?
So far, so good. I mean, there's a couple of clean ends there to maybe settle our nerves, but, you know, this is the way we like to play. We like to play clean and then get a little more aggressive as we're starting to feel confident, and I think we are, you know, adjusting to the ice really well, so I like to play a little more aggressive when we feel that way.
Haven't seen you at the Scotties since 2010, a bronze medal that year. What were your emotions like coming back on the big stage here in 2016?
Yeah, I think I was just, probably almost as excited as my first time coming. You know, with these girls, with Sarah and Kendra being their first time coming, it was just so exciting to, you know, experience it with them. And then having Lorraine as our coach is always exciting to experience another Scotties with her, too.
Good luck in the final 5.
Thank you.
Well, let's take a look at the numbers after the first 5. And these are brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner of Curling Canada for over 20 years. Well, the number certainly is not only a lead for Northern Ontario, but the overall percentages are a little bit more in their favor. But what we really look at is we talked about the game in the game. Those are the thirds, the edge, absolutely, to New Brunswick, and that's Rebecca Atkinson. And one of the things that Charlie Sullivan, their coach, will be talking to them about as they go into the final 5, utilize the strength at the back end. We're only 2 down.
The 2016 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is brought to you by Home Hardware. Homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice. By Ford of Canada, proud sponsor with Curling Canada for more than 20 years. And by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures.
Just had a chat with Krista McCarville, and it certainly was a key shot in 5.
Well, and it is more exacting than it looks. You know, you think there's a pile of rocks and all you have to do is come down to it, but it's when you play to backing that the results aren't what they are. And so she would have ruled all that out in her mind and just sat in the hack and thought about getting to the 4-foot. Great judging. Broom was in the right spot. Very nice team shot for the single.
And the key shot is brought to you by Scotties, the tissue for any issue. And there's some proud fans looking on. It's Krista's husband, Mike, and her little ones are Bella and Kaylin.
We're going to assume that was Kaylin. And there's Bella, styling the scarf.
Krista told me, man, my kids really want to get on TV. Is there a chance we can do that?
You draw it to the lid for a point, we'll get you on TV.
Absolutely. So they're cheering on Mom proudly. And that is a big reason why there is certainly life outside of curling, and it's interesting. That's the one thing that Krista talked about as we show you the updated scoreboard, a 3-1 advantage after that draw for 1 in 5, that she stepped away from the game to concentrate on family and having children, and really, though, found in the last year or so, missed that desire and that fire to get back into curling. And here she is once again on the national stage here at the Scotties again in 2016.
Well, and you know, Mike's with the kids, and for sure there would have been a lot of support from him. He's played in a Brier, so he understands the commitment of curling, and you know, you really do need that support once the kids get a little bit older.
Okay, good, Jane.
You want to play.
Nice.
It's great to see her back.
Really hard. Hard, right up. You got it.
Actually looking to remove that corner guard.
Hard, Sarah. Hard. Hard, hard. Good.
And will successfully do so.
Good shot. Good sweeping. Yeah.
funny too, Kathy. There's going to be a lot of talk this week about the shot that Jennifer Jones made in 2005. I believe that was her first Scotties title for Jen, if I'm not mistaken.
It was, yeah, it was.
Beating Jen Hanna, who's here representing Ontario. And you were on that team, and people don't know this. I believe Kathy Gauthier actually started the directional sweeping trend. Back then, it was you, and it just took the rest of the world a long time to pick up on this, Kathy Gauthier.
Yeah.
But to that point, you literally left the game on the top of your game for your family, for your kids, and that's a big part of it.
It is huge, and I have had zero regrets about that. I think that everybody has the right to make their own choices, and you need to feel really good about it, but my personal situation had changed, and it was really important for me to be there for my children, even though I had some great family members, including my folks that were talking about moving to Winnipeg, you know, from BC, and that's a huge bullet to help. But I wanted to raise my kids, and I wanted to give them the opportunities I've had. They are both great curlers. My daughter's team made not only the junior women's, but they made the provincial Scotties this year. My son's team, skipped by JT Ryan, lost a 1-1 game to Matt Dunstone and finished third. And so I get more joy out of seeing them enjoy this sport than I would have had I stayed playing at the Scotties level.
Oh, lovely thin little double there as both Reds go away. Great touch there from Marie Richard.
And so it goes back to being a pretty open end. And for New Brunswick, if you do believe in the manipulating of the scoreboard as much as possible, we'll want to try to score a deuce in the even ends. That would give them, in theory, the edge in the even end, called 10.
I like the microphone picking up Marie Richard saying plan B. Marie, you're not supposed to tell everyone that. You're just supposed to say, yeah, that's right. That's how we drew it up out there. No problem. Thin double. We are so lucky, though, to be able to have the curlers mic'd up and to be able to listen to the strategy.
Awesome.
And it's just not only great for us, obviously, to bring the broadcast to everyone at home, but to learn at home on the couch. And like, how cool is it that you get a front row seat to the strategy of some of the best skips out there to help grow your game and understand the game when you take it to your own curling club?
Well, and there's situations, Brian, like we heard earlier today, where they're feeling that there's some differences with rocks. If we don't hear that, we don't know if they're just struggling with weight and why one's doing, you know, you're throwing 2 draws in a row. Why are they not going to the same spot? So it really does give us an insight that most sports do not have.
It's good. Bob T.
I didn't know Bob T. There.
Bob T. Not curling much yet.
Yeah, it's coasting a little right now.
Oh, looks like it's sliding.
It's trying. Baby. It's coming. I don't think you need to sweep it though. I thought about it for a second.
Never.
It's good.
Okay, good. What was that?
I had 80.
80.
We talked about those great numbers after 5 for Rebecca Atkinson. These are the simple shots, but these are the shots that are as equally as important as the more difficult ones. Just want to keep the pressure on your opponent.
Rebecca Atkinson will make that redstone go away. And now, Kathy, we got to tell people at home there's actually a rivalry going on, a provincial rivalry between New Brunswick, that young lady, and PEI. You see, she is actually a lawyer at Cox and Palmer, and they have 2 offices. We're showing you now Megan Hughes from PEI. They both work for the same law firm, but obviously in different cities. One in Charlottetown and one in St. John. So the managing partners of the law firms, Kathy, they got together and they said, okay, we got to have some sort of bet on the line. So my understanding is not only does one firm have to buy the other firm coffee, also the managing partner that loses has to wear the other's provincial colors around the office. that day as well. So they're going to go head-to-head tomorrow night. PEI versus New Brunswick. Hughes versus Atkinson.
It's still curling. It's not WWF.
Anyways, you know what? I love that stuff. I think that's really cool. So
that is neat.
Bragging rights on the line in the law firm. Can't miss TV tomorrow night. We'll keep you updated on TSN, obviously, but it's pretty cool, the little side stories. It's always fun to see that provincial pride and the rivalries that go on, even at law firms. So very cool.
And again, for Sylvie, wanting to throw this stone very well in case the nose is made. She'll learn from this throw if she's going to blank in the same spot what ice she would take.
9-8.
Definitely seen that the outside in shots do curl quite a bit.
Good throw, Sil. Good. Nice Stop a bit. I got 9-3. Okay. Shot. Shot. Good 9.
This game so far is kind of going against everything we've seen
9-3 though,
through the first two draws of the Scotties. We've seen some 12-6 scores and some scores hitting double digits and some big time ends. You see PEI, we just talked about the Megan Hughes rivalry with Atkinson. They put up a 6 spot in their game against Newfoundland Labrador tonight. There's been a lot of high scoring games, but this one pretty low scoring. But to your point, it's not like the teams haven't been trying. They've been putting up the corner guards and they've been looking to have those opportunities, and not really a big breakthrough yet.
Not curling very much.
And it still is the very first game of the Scotties, remembering that we've talked a lot about the fact that Krista McCarville hasn't been here for a number of years, and they wanted to get out on the ice and play, but they got the bye in the first draw, and so they've been sitting back and waiting. And for Sylvie, the same thing. It's been a long time since last year, so they have risked a little bit, I would say, with the corner guard, but then they haven't risked a lot.
Just feels like it's like sliding, like it's gliding, eh?
Yeah, like it's not stopping.
It's not coming down at all yet.
Thunder Bay, Ontario, known for producing a lot of great hockey players in the NHL as well. We talk with Krista. Of course, the NHL trade deadline is coming up on February 29th, and at the beginning of the tournament, we always ask a lot of the skips just some fun questions. And Krista's a big Carey Price fan, not necessarily the Canadians. She admitted she'd probably leave the Canadians if Carey Price left the Canadians, but big Carey Price fan. Sadly, he's been hurt and may not return this season.
Nicely done.
Good blank on the board there from Sylvie Robichaud. And that is the third blank of this game. A couple early from Krista McCarville, now a blank from Team Robichaud. Still a 3-1 advantage for Northern Ontario.
What was my last one?
Welcome back to Grand Prairie. Let's get you up to date. The other action going on tonight. BC taking on Manitoba. And congratulations first to Carla Thompson out of Kamloops. They came through in the pre-competition to qualify for the main Scotties event. This is their official opening draw, taking on Manitoba. Final stone here.
She's trying to get to the nose, Brian. She's hitting against 3.
Oh boy.
Will roll out, and that's a steal of 2. And you gotta believe that for this BC team, they are emotionally exhausted. There was so much on the line earlier today. You want your province back in. It's tough.
So Carrie Anderson in control over there, a 6-1 advantage. Meantime, PEI taking on Newfoundland and Labrador. This one you can watch live on TSN 1 and 5 right now. Vic Rauter, Cheryl Bernard, Russ Howard with the call. Final stone for Suzanne Bird, and she's on cruise control. If you see over her shoulder, she picked up a 6 in the 4th end to really take control of this game, and this is just a simple hit.
And we'll stick around because that other yellow stone belonging to Newfoundland and Labrador is in the house, and that keeps her 5-point edge intact.
So she leads Stacey Curtis. We should mention why she picked up the 6. It was pretty tough. There was a hogline violation with Stacey's final stone, allowing her to draw in for the score of 6, so she's in control there. In the meantime, our feature matchup We had blanks in 1, in 2, another blank in 6. Hammer belongs to Sylvia Robichaud from Team New Brunswick. They're throwing the yellow stones, and they're going to try find a way to generate a couple points here against Krista McCarville.
Well, and there's a good way. You start by manipulating stones instead of just plain hitting them.
It's probably 90 for me, eh?
Yeah, I think so. Okay, top 8, full 8. Top 8's fine, yeah. Top 8. Line's good. Yeah, go a little for line. Yep, hard line. Hard line.
Hard line.
Hard line. Gotta go. Where are we, guys?
Tight.
Hard.
Hard, hard, hard.
Go. Hard. Go. Get a little tick off this. Bounce a bit. Bounce a bit. Little tick off.
Hard, bounce it.
Okay, that
good
works.
sweeping.
And that tick's so important, Kathy, so that they can use those red stones in the future. If they were a bit staggered, it'd be pretty tough to maybe have them in play later on in the end.
Well, and it causes some problems for Sylvie as well, because that red stone at the back belonging to Northern Ontario was shot. Wants to make sure she's got a pathway into that 4-foot for her final stone.
Good.
Good.
Yep.
Little roll.
Definitely want to make this roll.
Go 10.
10.
So removing the stone and rolling to the center would not only eliminate that one New Brunswick stone, but would also, by rolling, act as a bit of a guard, but in the house.
Hard, 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 hard. Go,
Kendra, go!
Hard, 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 hard. Okay, throw.
Throw, Ash.
And then you roll in to bite a little bit of the top 12.
There certainly still is a port available.
Yeah, I like that, Sil.
What do you think, like down weight?
Oh, she's throwing 9.5 at
You
it.
like that, or whatever you can get and get a roll? I mean, 10's easier, I think, but whatever you think. You can get the roll with this if you want to throw it. Whatever you like, Sil, that's fine.
So
Maddie, what do you want to throw?
What do you want to throw, Marie? She's asking you.
This?
I'll go here.
Okay, let's go.
Part of the selection about the weight that you throw is the size of the port that you're going through. They decided to throw about a 10.
Yeah, 10!
Looks a little bit more.
Yeah. Hard for line, you gotta go!
Just getting it by that red guard.
Shot.
And the yellows stick around.
Just over curled a little bit on her. If she hits it a little bit on that left-hand side, that stone would have gone behind, and probably the one that rolled in the open on the left-hand side would have been behind the red. But still a good outcome. New Brunswick lies 2.
Little down.
Yep.
10.5.
Whoa.
No,
Whoa.
10.
Whoa, yeah. Whoa. Whoa, Sarah. Hard, Sarah. Hard, 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 hard. Hard.
Potts trying to get it to curl a little bit more. Want that shooter to stick around, but it continues to roll, and Robichaud will get it out.
Getting straighter, eh?
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Come this way or this way?
I like that.
Whatever you like.
I didn't
No,
think so.
not up. It's a few times that side. It curls pretty hard here, so if you want a little bit more, ask for it.
Okay, what do you like, 70? Because we've been short on this side, right?
Yeah.
We have been, yep.
So conversation mostly with Jane. Jane played this exact same spot, trying to go around earlier, and we're a little bit short, and so just a really good confirmation. The 70 is the split time, back line to hog. They were talking about 85s. They've asked her to throw a 7.
8.
I'll take in.
8's behind the tee, Kathy.
It is.
Slow down. It's going to slow down.
Curling hard now.
It's 9.
Yeah, bring it back.
It's back, Sylvie.
Oh, easy.
Bring it back.
Not out, not on the other side.
Easy. Good.
Oh, that rock went right by that guard, and you can see it came right out in the middle of those two
A
stones.
touch. Do this. Try that. I like 10 again. Same weight? Was my weight okay? Yeah, I got a 10-3. Okay.
I think that's fine here.
Same weight.
Good 10.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Close. Yep. Whoa. 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 Close. Whoa. Yep. No. Whoa. 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 Little roll. Whoa. 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 No.
Oh, nice shot.
Good shot.
That settles behind cover. Back 8 for shot stone for Northern Ontario.
I know.
Very nice shot. Got very tight to that stone at the top. Well thrown.
Nice one.
Jeez.
Well, yeah, I don't mind that sill. I mean, that's back, right? Then they're just going to draw.
Come in.
Yeah, do you like that?
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Okay.
I like the call. I think at this point in the end, you're down to third, second stone. The stones that are in play are behind the tee line. A chance for Rebecca to make a really good draw. Put Northern Ontario into some trouble.
Yep, that's okay.
So a similar draw for Rebecca Atkinson.
83. What's later? I think so. It's running straight.
6.
Her last stone over curl, but it sounds like the weight's a little better this time around.
Very nice. Great judge by the front end.
That
Well
really
thrown.
slowed down Kathy
It
when
sure
it caught
came
the
down
curl.
hard.
Wow.
Nice sweep.
Good freeze, yeah.
We haven't seen Krista McCarville at the Scotties since 2010, but make no mistake, they are a very, very strong team. At provincials, they were perfect. Did not lose a single game, and look who they beat in the final in Northern Ontario. Tracy Fleury, 8-4 the final score there. Fleury, one of the top 5 teams in Canada when it comes to women's play. And we should also mention, too, that Tracy has 2 young brothers coming up that lost in the final to Matt Dunstone at the juniors. So
Saw them this year, and they also played in the men's.
yeah, they did. That family is full of curling talent, and it was cool to see Tracy and her sister watching the younger brothers for a change. They grew up watching their older sisters for so many years, so we got to talk to them at the juniors in Stratford. That was a pretty cool moment.
Top 8, top 12 is not horrible. Okay.
And a shout out too to some juniors that were there, led by Mary Fay, the Nova Scotia young skip. She was the female that led Team Canada to gold at the Youth Olympic Games. So pretty special.
Selfless plug for my nephew Tyler Tardy, who was the 3rd. Tyler skipped the BC Junior Men's entry, and what a great foursome they put together to go to that Youth Olympic Games. You know, they picked that team last year, and it turns out this year at the National Championships, Mary Fay wins, Tyler gets a bronze medal, and they put those 2 teams together, and they're now playing a mixed combination at Lillehammer at the Youth Olympic Games, and they pair them with kids from different countries. So I know my nephew is with a Japanese girl. I don't know how his Japanese was or is, but they're in the semifinals tomorrow morning. So it's a really life-changing experience for all of them. And of course, Mary Fay will come home with that gold medal and hopefully go on back to Scandinavia for another gold medal. She will represent Canada at the Worlds, the World Juniors.
Otherwise, we draw.
hack away.
As for Sylvia Robichaud, she's at back-to-back Scotties. We saw her in Moose Jaw last year. She's back in Grand Prairie, and it was a battle. 5-team round robin, had a 3-1 record, and eventually beat Melissa Adams 7-6 in a very close final to get back to the Scotties. All the junior talk. Adams, a former world junior champion. I joked too with Chill Brothers out of Nova Scotia. She's like, that Mary Faye can stay in juniors for as long as she wants.
She is the real deal, that girl.
Yeah, pretty special player.
So good. Well, and here's a great chance for New Brunswick and for Sylvie.
Yeah. Board rate? Board?
I throw board! Okay.
This, 11?
Well, she's coming through the port to tap that stone back. It's a pretty tough shot, and the problem with that is that even if she makes it, she's going to show Krista the path, and Krista can come down on top of it. She already is shot, so does not need to tap it back.
11.
Is there another option other than this shot you like, Kathy?
Well, she could play around the outside with the out turn and come down to the face of that stone of hers, maybe even tap it back a little bit. I think she's hoping to get the inside roll, but it will go too deep.
Come through this hole.
So you were...
I could probably throw close to the same weight.
That's a good throw.
Is that a hair more or no?
No, that's the same.
That good?
I think same's fine.
There's no double there, Sarah.
On the reds.
All right.
Well, the only way is to be...
So, like, top button.
Yeah, pretty much same weight.
Yeah, that weight was perfect.
So for Krista McCarville, it's not only about the weight. The challenge with this shot is negating that port.
Weight's great! Sheila!
Room.
Good! Gotta go! Yeah!
The building is alive with the wave right now. Pretty hard for the players to hear.
Go, guys, go!
Simple up Potts, they're just heads down and scrub. And great weight from Krista McCarville. She puts it right on the hearts.
That is a brilliant shot. Not only do you have to have the broom in the right plot, you have to have the right weight. Great brushing to get by.
A little bit further.
Yeah, somebody's happy.
A bit further. Oh, what?
Okay, then just draw.
But I can, like, I have to play.
You have to move it, yeah. I agree. What kind of weight?
Backline weight. So I gotta move it enough. It's just this one's like, yeah, pack weight. Back line. I don't think I throw more than back line.
Yeah, because we're not trying to save the shooter. We're just trying to get it off the forefoot, right? Okay. Back line?
Yeah.
So objective, you heard them say, is likely not 2, just because of how buried that stone is. It's to tap it back far enough that the yellow stone biting the top of the forefoot will be the counter.
13-8 for backline. 13-8 for backline.
Tough shot. You really have to believe in the stick.
Too?
Yeah.
Or my other one, they didn't sweep at all, which I think it was probably.
We always talk about statistics and percentages and what the players are shooting. What always stands out to me, Kathy, is the big time shot made at the right time. I wish there was a separate stat
I agree.
for that.
Yeah.
Because Krista's made 2 dynamic draws to give her team the lead, and now to put the pressure on the other skip here. Final stone, Sylvia Robichaud. Trying to move that red stone enough. Was hoping for maybe a little redirect, but will miss everything. So a clutch draw from Krista McCarville leads to a steal of 1. Northern Ontario cruising here at the Scotties.
A great sweep. Shot.
That one was a little.
Saturday night at the Scotties, let's get you up to date. PEI Redstones taking on Newfoundland and Labrador. It's been a tough go so far for Stacy Curtis and her team out of the St. John's Curling Club at the Remax Center. Her final stone on the way.
Well, she's got to make the double or at least get to the nose of that stone. No blank opportunity here.
And right at the nose, and that is good enough for a single. So Suzanne Burt still leading 8-4 after 7, and she does have the hammer. The big blow there was her picking up 6 in that 4th. And that is a lot of yellow around these Scotties hearts, and those yellows belonging to Team Manitoba. Final stone on the way from Carla Thompson out of the Kamloops Curling Club. They came through in the pre-competition round earlier today, knocking off Carrie Galusha.
You can see the sweeping. They're trying to get it to curl a whole bunch to get to the hearts, and it will not.
Oh boy. So a steal of 4 in Manitoba in cruise control, a 10-1 advantage in that game. And just a reminder, we will see Team Manitoba and Carrie Anderson taking on Jill Brothers. Jill Brothers, by the way, was not able to compete in her opener earlier today. However, she is going to be good to go tomorrow morning, so that's great to hear. She's feeling better. You can watch that one, TSN 2, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Also in that Manitoba game, a bit of a lineup change considering the score. Brianne Mayer is now into the game for Kristen McCush, so she's getting in some Scotties playing time. As for our feature matchup, it is all Northern Ontario as Krista McCarville pulling off that steal of 1. So she has a 4-1 advantage. Hammer still remains with Team New Brunswick, and Sylvia Robichaud throwing the Yellowstones here in 8th.
And it really was a lovely draw by Krista McCarville on her final stone in the last end. But for Team New Brunswick, you know, it has felt like they've been grasping to stay even, but they're only down by 3. If you're able to score 2 here in 8, you're within 1, and the game is very much still up for grabs.
Well, 4, 3, 3, 4, 3, 3. Line's fine, whoa.
Sylvie trying to assure herself of 2 and will continue to play a corner guard on that stone in the house, even though it is not shot, because those 2 red stones are relatively easily removed with a double.
Like this? Okay, or peel it out. Go 9. Okay.
Guard over curl just that little bit. And so for Ashley, trying to hit what she can see, the margin, of course, is that if you don't happen to get by, you at least remove the guard.
8.5. Whoa, no.
Whoa!
Whoa! Whoa! Kendra! Whoa! Yep.
Ashley Sipola removes the stone, rolls into the 4-foot, and Northern Ontario lies 3.
So much.
Oh my God. Thanks.
Whoa.
Hair down, Sil.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep. Whoa. Yes. Your way, Becky. Yep. Go. Hard. Yep. Hard.
And a nice roll behind that corner guard.
Very nice. Nice control weight. And this is the matchup that we talked about before the game even started. What would the thirds do? You've got the youth coming from juniors and a lot of experience, but then you've got somebody who's been to 5. And the numbers were much different at the half, but it still is a full edge to Rebecca Atkinson from Team New Brunswick.
Player comparisons are brought to you by Travelers. It's better under the umbrella.
Yeah, no, go right out. It's not really doing much.
Good shot.
Good sweep. Okay. Take another one, I think. Whatever you like. I kind of like another guard.
I like the guard.
Do you like a guard? Whatever you like.
Not really shot rock yet. This is still shot.
Yeah.
I think you come here.
Okay.
So they've decided to no longer throw the guard now that we're at the backhand shots. So Sylvie looked at the option of playing that double to lie 2, or do you utilize those 2 stones at the angles that they are to get behind them and be shot, hoping that maybe your opponent moves their own red stones around and creates a better opportunity for you?
Every time I see staggered guards in the house like that, I always think of the Briar in Saskatoon in 2004. Sorry, Dave Nedowin. That was the one against Nova Scotia.
Oh, yes.
The big comeback.
Mark Dacey.
You bet.
Line.
Yeah, as soon as you stagger those stones,
They're mini guards now.
they are, and lovely shot by Rebecca Atkinson.
Okay.
You can go right here. We're not going to get shot, I don't think.
If we want to roll.
Okay.
Like that, or...
I kind of think just peel it
Nose is
personally.
fine.
But
You
Yeah,
gotta
nose
mind now.
isn't bad.
Yeah.
won't they just freeze?
Yeah, I feel like putting one back there is
Just
just
go
gonna.
10, maybe. 10.
Well, if we nose it. Pardon, what weight?
10. I like 10.
I personally don't see a lot of advantage to rolling in because that stone is behind the tee line, and your rolling stone will likely be something that New Brunswick will try to use to score another couple of points, whereas if you want to eliminate that stone, I completely agree. Either stay out there, just stick it, or even if you roll out, it's fine.
Hard. Hard, 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 hard. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Got it.
I kind of like that better.
I didn't think I was that bad on that. Your weight was fine, was it not? Was I okay on that?
Oh, you're like with your release wide.
Jeez.
75, yeah.
Second.
So she did it with the out turn. Now Rebecca will try make the in turn come around.
60, 70.
Line's pretty good.
Line tight.
Yes.
7.
Yep.
Round.
Yep. Whoa. We're good. We're
7.
good.
6.
Yep. Going sideways. Yep.
Whoa. Easy.
Yep. Go, go, go.
And this rock
Yep,
really
yep,
starting
yep.
to carve over.
Whoa.
They finish it nicely. Rebecca Atkinson, 2 lovely drives to have New Brunswick lying 2 behind those staggered guards that are in the house.
Well, and your reference to that David Nedowin shot, Mark Dacey, is so true. Those stones are in the 8-foot, and it has been 2 great shots by Team New Brunswick, first with the out and now with the in, to utilize those as guards and get around.
And I can't wait to remind Dave personally when I see him in Ottawa for the Briar. That'll always be fun. Sorry, Dave.
People love it when you remind them of things.
Yeah. But if I don't make this, then that's going to be a tough one for me too,
Even
right?
if you're here, though.
Yeah.
Anywhere from here to here. You could even bump it a little bit.
What are you guys thinking?
This is there. But even if we make it and stick it there, then she's probably just coming right here.
Then you might have a slash, like a double.
Well, not if she comes and does that. That's anything.
The risk, like obviously playing this, you might tick this. Yeah. But then at least on the next one, I mean, at least there's no stagger, but they're going to be lying 3 on the next one.
Yeah. I think I don't mind doing that.
Yeah.
Like, that was my
I
kind
think
of
like we're up 3, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
So do you
yeah,
like
they
9.5?
can. I mean, technically, they
If we
can get.
play that draw and tick off.
If they can get 2, it's
No,
fine.
I don't think so. I think we kind of know 9.5, eh? I think that should be fine. It's definitely curling more than the other side.
So they're looking at running this stone back into there to try to move them for sure. The challenge is these 2 stones
Yeah, I like
have
that.
to be moved. They have to, at the end of this shot by Krista, there has to be, even if she doesn't make this run perfectly, there's got to be some movement of those stones, because right now there's no really good angles for her, and they're also playing the scoreboard. Really important in the latter part of the game to keep shoulder checking behind you, and with that 3-point lead, it's not about getting shot. It can be about holding your opponent to a couple.
Krista McCarville trying to get her team out of some trouble here. Looking for the angle, run it back, gets 1 yellow to go. Lovely shot from the skip.
That's a great shot. Not only does she remove one, she opens up the shot stone as well. Well thrown.
The skip from Thunder Bay has come to play here in her opening game at the Scotties. You could say the same as well for...
I thought I had a decent rotation. Yeah. Not a ton, but I think you were fine. It still curls a lot. Yeah, I like this.
Good game, Tracy.
Team Manitoba is
Good game, good luck.
Carrie Anderson. Handshakes early, a 10-2 win over Team BC.
Good job.
And some much deserved high fives. Their team out of the East St. Paul Curling Club in Winnipeg. They're on their board with win number 1. And BC probably feels like they played for a week already, just getting to this point in the pre-competition format.
True. So true.
They played last night and lost it in extra end, and then they played Carrie Galusha once again this afternoon and won to officially qualify for the Scotties, and they lose their opener.
Right now you've got room, so just go for weight.
Just for weight. Line's good.
Line's really good. Gotta bite the 4.
Gotta go.
Line's
Trying
perfect.
to half tuck this stone.
Line's perfect. Go. Go. Yep, you gotta go. All the way. Go.
Need a big drag now. Get it by the first red stone. Keep dragging it. Can they get it for second shot?
Oh, great
You bet
rushing.
they can. Just pulling it in. Top 4 to lie 2 for New Brunswick.
Very nice. Great brushing. That stone is about, what, 2 feet at the point that Rebecca was saying you got to go hard. That is that anticipation of that huge finish.
Nice sweep.
Let's go like 8.5 though.
Yep. I like it.
Don't care.
Okay.
Looking for the run double.
Okay, no is it?
Okay.
8.5.
Okay.
Sorry, what weight?
8.5.
8.5.
Okay.
If you look back on this game so far, the game story to me anyways has been 2 clutch draws for Krista McCarville. One against a couple stones in 5 to pick up a single.
Whoa, Ashley.
And now we'll see if she can bail her team out with this little run back. Her final stone in 8. On the red, bang the yellow, jams the yellow. And an opportunity now for Sylvie Robichaud to answer with 2 points.
Kind of went like that until you swept it.
Well, not all bad for Krista McCarville. She got rid of one of those yellow stones and kept that port relatively small. So it's not only about forcing your opponent to get to the 4 foot,
I mean, I think you can.
it's a pretty precise shot.
Yes, I don't know. That's what I was thinking, but what do you like? Whatever you like. I mean, you just threw.
This is kind of hard because I got.
I think it's, yeah, I agree. Well, actually, it's not that hard, but.
Curls more this way.
Okay, whatever you like. I still kind of think this is easier, Sylph, but.
You think?
Well, just because you've got to, like.
Yeah. I just got to go further out.
Yeah, I agree.
I think I need more.
Are you okay with this, though? I mean, if you don't think it's there, don't throw it, but.
It's just I'm going further out, and I don't know if the sweepers know.
Concern is how far you have to go out. Sylvie's immediate thought was, do we come down the center? But you can see that's a tough hole to get through. You have to flirt with both of those red ones.
Or if it's going to be like heavy first then, because we haven't thrown one yet.
Changing
we know the
her
weight
mind.
this way.
Exactly.
14-3, so.
And their concern really is how far they were going to have to go out. Not so much the line, because she just needed to bite the 4 foot, but what would the weight be? So they're going into a path that they know, but now she has to navigate those 2 red stones.
14-3.
And no chance you could play the hit on the red stone, almost biting the 4, because A, you bring the jam in, and B, I don't think you're even guaranteed the second shot, are you, Kathy?
No, you're not.
Line's really nice. 7.
So she's got 1 in her pocket. Final stone here for Sylvie Robichaud, trying to draw in for 2. It's a tough little draw. They have the backing. Can they maneuver that port?
Sure
Yes,
they
can. What a shot from Robichaud.
Nice.
Putting on a show with that draw away to pick up a big 2 for New Brunswick. And a big smile from the skipper.
Sweet.
A great shot to pull her team within 1.
Really nice. Really good throw. And good speed. And good job.
Update time now between PEI and Newfoundland and Labrador. This young lady has been in cruise control in this game. You see over her shoulder, she picked up that 6 in the 4th end. Final stone. Big time wave. Fangs the yellows, move it enough and not quite enough. So it is a steal of 1 for Newfoundland and Labrador as Stacey Curtis inches a little bit closer. Still down by 3 though. Robichaud, nice draw away to pick up 2. More to come from Grand Prairie after this. Welcome back to Revolution Place, day 1 of the Scotties Tournament of Hearts. Revolution Place, home to the Grand Prairie Storm, seats about 3,000 people. Hosted the 2006 Women's Worlds as well. And home to our nation's best this week, the Scotties. What a shot from Sylvie Robichaud, drawing through a tight little port in 8 to pick up her 2. We got a close game here, a 4-3 advantage for Krista McCarville out of the Fort William Curling Club in Thunder Bay. She has the hammer. She's throwing the red rocks.
The edges are lined up.
And it hasn't been a big offensive game, Kathy. There hasn't been a lot of big swings in that perspective, but some really nice shots from each skip, respectively.
There were some lovely shots, 4 of them last end by both Krista McCarville in trying to eliminate some yellow stones, and 2 lovely draws from Sylvie Robichaud. Really felt confident about coming through that hole. Kind of got talked into playing out in the wings, and then from the hack decided that was really not what she wanted to do. Great decision to throw what made her feel the most comfortable with a great outcome.
Sit.
And the tick shot, not quite good enough, as it does find the board, so they'll place that Yellowstone back for New Brunswick. And Kathy, going back to that last end, you have to give a big assist too to Rebecca Atkinson, because that end wasn't even happening until she locked 2 around those little staggered guards that were in the 8-foot. So nice effort from the back end of Team New Brunswick there in the 8th end.
Very nice. Just the discussion. Nobody's time clocks run while they sort out where that is going. That stone goes back to the best of Sylvie's knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 14 here?
14.
Way too short, Sil. 3-4.
Hard girls.
Just for weight. No line yet. Getting better. Yep. Hard. 2. Yep. Yep. Bring it a 3 if you can. Go. Yep. Hard. Yeah. All the way. Go. 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 Go.
Right
Go.
behind.
Go.
Right
Go.
behind.
Okay. Perfect.
Good.
That's fine, Maddie.
So a pretty good start here for New Brunswick, looking to maybe steal. A couple guards up top. They have
Double.
1 top 4 and a stone to play with that it belongs to Krista, right on the button.
Well, we could go this way, but you like that, or do you want to do that?
I don't hate the hit and roll, to be honest.
Okay.
I don't know about you guys.
I like
What do you
same
guys
thing.
think?
10,
Let's make it.
10, 10 and a half.
Well, you have 2 options. One of them is that you clear that front and keep it wide open, And it's early enough yet. You may get the blank out of this yet. The other is that you hit to lie 2.
Yep.
And for Krista McCarville and her team, thinking if they're able to score the 2 and take a 3-point advantage going home, would make them feel pretty comfortable, and that's why they're choosing to do what they are.
Hard, Kendra, hard.
No roll.
Sit.
Nice shot.
Very nice.
Just soft on mine, eh, Chris?
Tight, too.
Yeah, okay. Back in, you gotta bump it. Okay.
Now, great weight. You could hear Ashley very confident this was a shot she wanted to play, and that's why you let players play what they like. Some great results.
Yeah.
So Marie will try to corner freeze onto that stone, just rolled.
Hard, girl.
First, they got to drag it by their own yellows, a little rub. There has been no shortage of sweeping for this New Brunswick team in this game.
Yeah.
Getting a good workout here in their opener at the Scotties in Grand Prairie.
I haven't really shot here, but it seems to go away.
Yeah. It'll go. Yep.
Are they trying for a few here, Kathy, or just peel the
Just
front
to
one?
peel the top one off. If you hit it thin enough, you might get the one on the side.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay.
Yeah. What do you think? I think you need back 12. Okay.
Back 12. I think it's going to be like 60.
Yeah.
55, 60.
Okay.
Do you like running their yellow back, Kathy, or you save that one for a few more shots?
I think you can save that still. If you're able to corner freeze, and certainly Rebecca's shown us that she's got very good control of draw weight. You corner freeze on that stone, then you've got some other options.
9, 10. Yep.
Whoa.
10.
No.
Attack, I think. It's through.
Whoa. No.
Any?
No.
Stay with the
Has
hell.
it, but
So she gets the redstone moving, does roll behind that guard.
One of the things that she did is she changed the complexion of how those red stones were lined up. That's not a bad outcome, because the way that those stones were set up after that great roll by Ashley really didn't give New Brunswick a whole lot to work
play it
with.
this way?
Right there.
Is that dangerous at all that way? Is that dangerous at all? Like, we can't jam it, eh?
Well, if we're a little thinner, it's fine. We'll just go through here.
Okay.
Like, we can catch it here, or we can go through here. It doesn't matter.
Okay. I just would hate
It's
to go.
we don't want to hit this thick. That's the only thing.
Okay.
We don't want to be thick.
So this is the peel.
Yep.
And in the process of peeling off that center guard, they're playing in the direction, so they may get fortunate and pick off that stone. Just rolled by Rebecca Atkinson.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
Kendra Lilly,
Yes. 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 No.
and she'll drive it by that yellow stone, but opens things up.
Good, Kendra. Why don't we throw a guard? Good shot. Is that what you like?
Yep.
Do you like that, Sil?
Nope.
Sure.
That head shake was not a yes.
Kathy Gauthier, do you like that?
What do you think?
Not particularly.
Play the double?
Well, I think at this point you take a look at the scoreboard, and the angles of those red are pretty good. You can lie 2 after this shot, and maybe if you're able to keep those 2, keeping in mind one of them is behind a guard, you might force your opponent to 1, and then you score 2, maybe 3 to win the game.
Let it back some.
3.
The only thing this tells me is that their mindset coming into this end was steal for sure. Like,
Steal.
go for it.
3.
Yep. Whoa.
And to that, I guess you got to give them credit, because we've noticed teams before,
Good.
they're down to the final 3 rocks, and then they go, oh, are we stealing here, or what was our plan? So, you know what? I guess give them credit. If that was their plan, then go at it.
And I think Rebecca was very much on that page, but I think when those red stones wound up in the positions that they did, and Sylvie saw the opportunity to force, she was prepared to change tactics. And that also is something that as a backhand you have to do, is that if things don't set up or do set up in a different way than you imagined, you have to switch gears.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Sarah. Okay, good.
They were looking at maybe getting lucky with a thin little double and moving that yellow stone in the house, but they do remove the stone that they wanted to hit.
I was going to try and get it thin at the end.
Pardon?
I was going to try and get it really thin at the end, but...
To get what, the one in the house?
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's good.
Time. I think that's the call.
So I think they have differing opinions, and so they'll ask Charlie Sullivan to make his way down and give them his opinion, which will likely win the day.
And right behind him is Lorraine Lang, also coming out. They should make them race, kind of like the caddies have to do at TPC Scottsdale, no?
Force the one.
Force the one.
Yeah. Get two. Steal on the one.
Okay, what was your plan this end to begin with?
Steal.
No, we're
Is it set up for that?
No, not really.
So we're going for a force?
Yeah. Play the double.
Yeah.
Okay.
Play it and make it. Get the force, take your 2 next end.
Yeah. Steal the extra.
Yep, works for me.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, well, there's not a lot of gray matter in terms of what do you think. He was very clear. What was the plan? It was to steal. That was the page that Rebecca was on. Is it set up well for that? No, it's definitely not. And so he's very much advocating you have to switch tactics, which is what we talked about and where Sylvie was going, which is now to play the double and force.
quarter.
You'll have the hammer coming home. Take your
Go,
deuce.
Sylvie, you got it.
Very effective timeout without saying a whole lot. And that's what teams want. I think it's if you're having a coach come out, you're looking for clarity. Give me something and let us go with it with confidence instead of, you know, well, I don't know. What do you think?
Hey, very unselfish to it, Charlie. He could have got a lot more camera time out of that, too, if he wanted to. He just got in there, said his 2 bits, and he's gone. But it was interesting to hear that because we talked about that. Was their plan at the beginning to steal? Well, then good for them. They stuck to the plan and they tried, and now, as you said, call an audible here.
Yeah.
And they pick her up right out of Sylvie's hand.
Hard. Yep. Hit roll if you can. Yep. Saying anything?
Little roll over, try to freeze it on that red stone, and they make the one go away.
Shot. Nice shot.
Yeah, 9.5. Yep. Should be there. It's fine. The hair high.
Yeah.
9.5. Okay.
Krista's a pretty cool customer. She actually admitted in an interview that we did with her in her sit-down interview before that she doesn't show a lot of emotion. She likes to kind of keep her cards to herself. She doesn't get too excited. That's her style.
Hard. Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
It's a great temperament to have as a skip.
Hard, Sarah, hard. Hard, 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 hard.
And McCarville
Sit.
makes it go away, but sets up a pretty standard bang-bang double here for Robichaud.
There's a touch up 9-3.
Okay. They called close to 10.
And so for Sylvie, a nose hit, just off nose, will achieve the secondary goal, which was not to steal, but to force. And for Krista McCarville, will be sitting there probably thinking about what draw weight is. Because it looks as though the stone that is behind the corner guard is the stone that will be shot.
Final stone in 9 here for Sylvie Robichaud. You don't want to hear uh-oh from anyone on your team. Not a brush to it.
Go, 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 go.
Oh, boy.
Yep. Good. So good. Yeah. It's behind the guard. Yeah. Right? That's good. That's good, Sylvie. Behind the guard.
And so the force.
Just a little up, maybe. I'm not sure. I thought your throw was pretty good.
Wobbly out of the hack, so made a string.
From this angle, I'm slightly behind the sheet. There is that yellow slightly peeking out, but I guess you look at the scoreboard here, Kathy. You don't even look at that. You put your broom down and you draw for your one.
You bet.
From what we've seen, her draw weight has been right on the money so far. What kind of time are you expecting here, Kathy, hog to hog?
About a 14-3.
Line's good. At least two shots.
Go hard, guys, hard.
And right out of her hand, they go at that rock.
Hard, go, go, go. Hard, fight the board, but at least. Hard, go, guys, go.
You're good. You're good.
Very nice.
Nice scrub and good judgment from the front end. And once again, McCarville, clutch right on the hearts for her single. No problem with her draw weight so far, the Scotties. It's 5-3 after 9.
The 2016 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is brought to you by Scotties, Sponge Towels, Purex, and Cashmere. Proud to support the Scotties Tournament of Hearts. The 2016 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for more than 20 years, and by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada.
Kathy Gauthier, time for the game story, and the thing that has struck me about this game so far, both skips have made some big shots, but Krista McCarville really seems to rise to the occasion when she has to.
She really has. She's made a variety, made a huge draw for the steal in the 7th end. And in the 8th, we saw that great shot by Sylvie through a port. It really has been some great draws. But when you look at that bottom number, comparing the skips, that is a big difference, 20% between the two. That's why the edge right now is Northern Ontario.
The game story brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada. And it all comes down to this 10th end. It is Northern Ontario a 5-3 advantage. New Brunswick with hammer, down by 2, coming home, throwing the yellow stones and lead rocks coming from Jane Boyle.
Well, they have the corner guard. We'll try to utilize that and bury this stone. And then you can expect that they would protect. And they'll have to make a double on those red stones later in the end.
Good.
And important to get that yellow stone into the top 12.
Huge.
You leave that short and, man, you're not looking good so early in the end to keep your 2 alive.
Easy,
oh, clean, clean, easy, clean. Yep, yep. Okay, good.
Nice shot.
16.
Yep.
Hard, girls.
Right here. Yep. Hard. Yep.
Trying to replace that corner guard.
Yep.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa.
Good.
By comparison, this game, our feature game tonight, has really been a low-scoring affair. This has been a crazy day one at the Scotties, Kathy. We've had 4 4-enders, 2 5-enders, and a 6-ender that we've been checking in on that Suzanne Burt scored for PEI against Newfoundland Labrador. A lot of offense on day one of the Scotties. which beats those olden day 2-1 Saskatchewan men's finals that we covered back in the day before we had the rule changes to get more offense and more rocks in play.
So 13-8.
Yeah.
And so now with that guard being there, Sylvie has to be very careful because she knows that Krista McCarville will switch tactics very soon, and as soon as those stones are protected, there's no way to get in for the 2 points. And so this is now about tapping those stones back, changing the plan.
And now both those red stones behind the tee line for New Brunswick.
And then they just bump. Like I think we guard. I don't hate guarding. Or hit and roll.
Well, what do you like?
I don't hate guarding. Guarding? Well, we have 4 rocks left. We're sitting. That or hit and roll.
I thought the hit and roll off the side one was my first thought. Yeah, I don't mind that. Okay.
I think it's a little early.
That top 12 one? You'd go a little behind it.
A little early to guard.
Be a little bit higher. Little bit higher than this one. I like that.
And you still want to eliminate yellow stones to ensure that the 3 is not
like
possible.
9.5? I think so, yeah. Let's make it, Kendra. Just 9.5. Ashley. Hard. Keep going.
Hard.
Whoa. Yep, keep going. Go. Okay. That's good, Kendra. That's a good shot. I think we have to play on that, don't we?
I think so. Just move them around a bit.
Just snap it straight back. Move these a little bit.
Kind of wait.
Back line, is that what you said? Back line, yeah.
So tapping yellow, their own stone, onto the reds will want to move at least that second red stone, the one that is second shot, back to the back 12.
Okay.
Build up your yellows, start to move those red ones back.
Yeah, I like 60.
Back line.
Rebecca Atkinson. Crucial stone here for New Brunswick in the 10th end. This rock needs to curl up, has to curl up quick if she wants the angle. They'll play a little split.
Good.
And you see that high guard come into play, so the 2 still a possibility here for New Brunswick in 10.
Close on the weight, wasn't it?
That's not a bad outcome. They were hoping that it was going to curl a little bit more to get to the center.
Or the little run.
Little run, then
How far apart are those 2 on the side? These 2? Yeah.
I want to welcome the people watching TSN 1 and 5 as they've concluded. PEI and Newfoundland Labrador. Suzanne Bird picking up the victory, a 9-5 final. Welcoming you to our feature game between Northern Ontario and New Brunswick. The situation is this. Krista McCarville, a 2-point advantage. We're coming home in 10. New Brunswick, the Yellowstones, and it is Sylvie Robichaud with hammer with 6 rocks remaining.
We could. Yeah, we could suck one in here. Then they have even if I'm here. Really. Yeah. I think so. I think so too. You? Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I think that's too risky. I think even if you over curl and you do this, it's not too bad, right? Yeah, we just can't leave her that double sitting there though. I know, that's the thing. Like right now she's got the double. Yeah. I mean, like right here would be ideal, right? Yeah, I like this. Okay. I don't mind a little higher because here she's going to be tapping it to here. Okay, so I don't mind 8? A little higher. I like full 8. Will that leave her a triple though? Well, we might have to touch just a piece. Yeah, not here. Definitely not here. We got to be here. Okay. Yeah.
So the initial reaction was, do we run this stone back? But if you don't make that perfectly,
So probably just
all
like
of a sudden these two stones that are right in the middle are a very easy double. And so what they want to do instead is, this is where you switch tactics and try to ensure that you make it tougher for your opponent. Guard by coming in the house. And don't allow your opponent at this point to try to score 2. So they've quit the chase to remove the yellow and are now going aggressive to ensure that they score in this end and end the game that way.
Should be there. Yeah.
24-year-old Kendra Lilly, third stones for Northern Ontario out of the Fort William Curling Club in Thunder Bay.
Ashley, you gotta go. We're T. We're deep. Can we tick?
No, we're gonna miss the tick, I think.
Oh, we're back 4.
Whoa, 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 whoa. No, 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 no.
We're bouncing. Should I roll something?
They don't want to set up a triple.
Okay. Well, there's no triple, I don't think.
I don't know, Kathy. Is it
All
not
right,
there?
9. 9's fine, Sylv. Just get rid of these 2. Just a nose?
Nose?
Nose? Yeah, nose. Okay.
What kind of weight?
There's going to be a lot of granite going with nose hit.
Don't you need just a touch high side to get them all, or you think nose gets them all?
Nose is going to get them all moving. Don't forget, you don't have to remove them all from play. You just have to get them out of the 4-foot, because New Brunswick lies 2 stones in the 8-foot.
Rebecca Atkinson, her final stone here in 10. She's had a fantastic game for New Brunswick. Get the Reds moving. All 3 make a move. 2 are gone. And it looks like New Brunswick lying the 1.
What's hitting me?
Okay. Curled a little bit too much.
Okay, for me especially.
We haven't seen Krista McCarville at the Scotties since 2010, where she won that bronze medal, but she sure loves her opening game at a Scotties. Coming into this game, she is 4-0 in her openers.
She has made some very big shots tonight, all draws.
Easy.
Whoa. 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 Ashley,
Her first on the way here in 10.
Hard.
Ashley going on it to try get it to curl a little bit. They call her off.
Go, go, go. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Little roll, nudge the yellow. And Northern Ontario lies 2 without hammer here in 10.
Good shot.
Wow. Are we second in the back for sure? Good shot.
Well, that took a while, eh?
That did take a while.
Oh, kept going.
Well, because you have that, right? Yeah. Do you want to call a timeout? We have it? Talk about it? Because you may have to use that. So if you need to use that to get rid of this, why don't we call a timeout?
Time.
So New Brunswick calling their second timeout, and
I'm just wondering where the best place to roll.
Charlie Sullivan will come back out.
Just a little tap.
We'll see if this is a longer appearance than his first one.
Sure.
But we need that one over there, right?
If you roll just to this left-hand side of the red one, she can't play that same double again, can she? Because she jams on the back red one.
Okay, so like right on the left side of the button.
Yeah.
So they're like this.
I mean, the key here is you have to hit that red one, and you have to roll a little bit over.
Okay.
The farther over you roll towards center line, the easier her shot is.
Okay.
If you get all the way buried, then she's going to freeze to you, right?
Right, yeah.
Because she's going to be counting 1 and 2 at that point. So first make the shot.
And then roll the rock, maybe.
And then roll the rock. If you can keep it just to the left of center line so that the jam's in play.
Yep.
Okay.
If you roll out, it's not the end of the world, right?
Right.
If you make that red one go away, she's got to find a place to get a second one in there.
That's true.
So make the shot first,
Okay.
and then
Yeah.
place it.
Thanks.
And what he's saying about make the shot first is don't play it so cute that you risk rubbing on that red stone in the 12-foot. Even if she rolls out, those 2 yellow stones are still there, and both of them are behind cover.
Yep. I like that. I think that's good ice.
So the timeout complete, and both these teams have a lot of time
You got it.
on their clock. 3:52 and
Hair more,
3:26 for
See?
New Brunswick.
Yeah.
Here's the positioning of the clocks.
And that's the thinking time as well. So a lot of time for the skips to throw their final stones.
So 2 objectives: remove the stone, and in an ideal world, roll in front of the stone belonging to Northern Ontario at the back of the forefoot to maybe
10-5, 11.
have Krista McCarville have to flirt with the removal of the yellow stone without removing her own.
Yep, yes. Whoa, yes.
And a big scrub now.
Hard. Whoa.
Atkinson calls them off by the guard. Oh, lovely. Nice tap, and New Brunswick lies one with 1 shot to come from Northern Ontario. New Brunswick with hammer here in 10.
Or second.
Yeah. If we go...
Well, I don't mind doing this.
Yeah.
She's probably going to play something here, right?
I think, yeah, we have to roll away.
Yeah, we have to just do this. Okay. Yep. Like nose, I guess. No, we're not going to be. No, that's going to be a shot.
Nose wouldn't be bad. I mean,
Well, she's hitting this for 2 then.
yeah, it's just if we miss this, but I think we have to
Yeah.
play that.
Yeah, I think we have to, right? Thing is, how much is mine going to curl compared to hers, right? Can't roll out. That's the thing.
So 9.5?
Yeah, I think 9.5. Think theirs good?
Kind of looks like a lot, but
I know it does, eh? We go here. It curls, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I think that should be okay.
yeah.
You like that?
Yeah, I think so.
So never really a discussion. This is the stone, obviously, that is the shot stone. That has to go. The
Okay,
question is,
roll
where
right
do you
behind the red guard.
roll the shooter to?
9.5.
Trying to roll here. That will take away this run for the potential 2. And then you heard the other interesting part of the discussion was, where do I put the broom? Because
Thinking, like, do we have
Krista,
a catcher on that other yellow one at all, or no?
just listening.
Like we can't over-roll and get a catcher on the yellow? No,
No,
eh?
we're rolling out.
Okay, so just a little roll. I like it.
Krista just not clear where she needs to ice herself for her release versus what Sylvie throws, feeling that they're very different.
Normal. Yep.
She's up by 2. Final stone here in 10 for Krista McCarville.
Whoa, Ashley! Hard! Go!
By the red stone, bangs yellow, rolls in. And they lie 2, but
Double for the win.
double for the win now for Team New Brunswick.
Right on the nose.
Whatever you want to throw. I mean, I think it's probably more natural to come this way, but whatever you like. I mean, it curls this way, right? This is the side that we think it, like remember all the other ones we threw down here? Yeah, finished hard at the end. What kind of weight do you want to throw? Normal. Okay, yeah, you just have to get it.
So what an opportunity here for Sylvie Robichaud.
Normal. Yep.
She made that clutch draw in 8 through the port, found the button to pick up her 2. Her team came through with a lovely end here in 10 to set things up, and now she has this moment to pick up a win in her opening day at the Scotties here in Grand Prairie. Final stone.
Yep. 9! Whoa, whoa! 9! Whoa! Whoa! No! Whoa!
Nothing yet,
The
needs
other
to
way.
curl up.
Yeah!
Make the double. Oh, she jams. An opportunity blown for Team New Brunswick. It was there, but not to be. Sylvie Robichaud can't make the double, and Krista McCarville The score not indicative of the game. 6-3 the final, but man, Krista squeaks one out. Let's get you updated now with the standings after 2 draws, day 1. And on the left-hand side, you see everybody with 1 win. On the right-hand side, everyone with 1 loss. It looks kind of weird to see Team Canada there at the very bottom of the bunch, Kathy. We don't
it's
see
early.
That. It is very early. Team Canada. We'll try to get back on track tomorrow. So tomorrow's a big day for TSN. It is Sandra Schmerler Day. We're back with you on TSN 2 tomorrow morning. Kathy Goche and myself will have the call. Nova Scotia, Manitoba at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Jill Brothers was under the weather today. She didn't play in her opener, but she will be back to play tomorrow morning. And Anderson and Team Manitoba coming off their first win tonight. We are just getting started here in Grand Prairie. The first time ever Grand Prairie has hosted the Scotties Tournament of Hearts. A lot of offense on day 1 and lots to come throughout the week. On behalf of Kathy Goche and myself, our entire crew, thanks for watching our comprehensive coverage here on TSN. Sports Center is next with Nabil and Gurdeep.